Hello guys, today I want to tell you about one of my favorite heroes, Alchemist. On this hero I took my first 5k MMR in 2016 when pro players started buying Radiance on him, and nowadays this hero has only become stronger. In my opinion, Alch is one of the most simple and effective heroes for rising MMR if you understand how he works. Alchemist is quite simple, he doesn't require good micro control, you just need to understand macro game and patterns of playing Alchemist, about which I'll tell you in this video. But first, thanks to everyone who leaves comments, likes and subscribes to channel, it really helps a lot, thank you. So what's the essence of Alchemist? Alch is a hero who quickly gains gold thanks to passive, which gives additional gold for each creep and increases reward from bounty runes. Also with ultimate, Alchemist has strong health regen, so it's rather difficult to kill him in a fight. So the essence of Alchemist gameplay is to quickly farm 6 slots in 25 minutes and destroy enemies due to strong items and high regeneration. In fact, most players don't know how to play against Alchemist correctly, so skilled boosters can easily rise and mount this hero. Alch is really simple, it's enough to understand how he works and be able to move around map correctly. So at first, a few words about our abilities. Many players don't know, but our first and second spells do physical damage, not magical. They stack well because acid spray reduces enemy armor, so our stance deals more damage. It's also good to know that when we use ulti, it dispels a lot of negative effects, for example Invoker's Cold Snap, Spirit Vessel, Quope Shadow Strike and the same. This can help us on lane stage, for example if Invoker used Cold Snap and Meteor on us, we press ulti and remove all negative effects, or for example Shadow Fiend coils, Alchemist ulti dispel his stacks, which is very cool. Also when Alch use ulti, he can dodge enemy projectiles. How it works? In moment when our ulti activates, Alch becomes invulnerable to projectiles for a short period of time, so for example in fight you can dodge Venge or Race King stun, if you know about this trick. What about lane? The best lane is mid. Here you will get fast level and you will be able to farm necessary items quickly. In addition, thanks to acid spray, Alchemist can stay even against strong mid laners. It's enough to use our first spell and enemy will move away from creeps to don't get damage from acid. As for the easy lane, it also can work, but not as reliable as mid, because if there are two aggressive ranged heroes against you, or for example Timbersaw, then enemies will not let you farm on lane and your progress will slow down. You will not be able to get necessary items in time and it will be difficult for you to win. That's why I advise you to take him on easy lane only with strong supports in your team who can provide you free farm. Next, let's talk about the most important thing on Alchemist, item build. Many players lose games because they don't understand how Alchemist works and what items you need. So at start we take 2 gauntlets of strength, Quilling Blade, Tango and Fairy Fire. If you play against difficult hero with large physical damage, for example Monkey King or Cleanse, then at start we take Ring of Protection instead of Gauntlet. Next we buy Soul Ring, because Alchemist has problems with mana, because ulti no longer increases mana regen. Also on laning stage I advise you to don't use Soul Ring until level 6, because we will spend too much HP. Instead we buy mangoes to heal mana, 3 or 4 will be enough. Next we buy Power Treads. This is literally the best boots for Alchemist. It increases farming speed and allow us to save mana by switching boots to intelligence. After Power Treads, our purpose is to buy Radiance. Radiance is a necessary item for Alchemist. It helps us to farm quickly and also makes us useful in fight from the early minutes. With Radiance you will inflict damage on enemies simply by being in a fight, while for example with Battle Fury in a fight you will be useless cause enemy can easily kite you. What about other items which increase your farm, for example Battle Fury or Maelstrom instead of Radiance? I tested these builds and in my opinion they don't work as well as Radiance. I'll talk about this in more detail when I will talk about gameplay. After Radiance I always take BKB. Fast BKB will help you to win win all early fights. In addition, it's almost impossible to kill Alchemist in BKB because he regen HP very quickly and it's impossible to kill him with Spirit Vessel or to burst him. After BKB I always take Kira's. Alchemist has really low armor and it's easy to burst him with physical damage, so Kira's is the best choice. She also gives good attack speed and buffs our team, which is pretty strong if you buy it quickly. After Kira's I always take Abyssal. Alchemist needs stun to fix enemy and kill, so Basha in synergy with huge attack speed from Alti and Kira's will be ideal item. Usually after Basha we're already going to destroy enemy Tron, but if game in late stage then I usually take MKB or Daedalus to have good damage, or if you want to initiate fights then I recommend to buy Overwhelming Blink. It's really good for initiating. If enemies are kiting you, then you can take Swift Blink. It makes us very mobile in fight. As for the Aghanim for allies, I tested it many times, and in my opinion it's better not to give Aghanims to allies until you buy 6 slots. Alchemist essence is to quickly buy strong items, and if you start buying Aghanims for your allies, your progress will slow down and you will be useless in fights, which is unacceptable for mid laner. What about neutral items from first tier? The Broom Handle is the best choice. It gives us good damage and armor. We can also take Faded Brooch, which gives extra mana and move speed, which will help you to farm faster. Or we can take items for stats, such as Ocean Heart or Ironwood Tree. From the second tier, I advise you to take Dragon's Scale, Essence Ring or Imp Claw. Alchemist has problems with mana, armor and damage, so any of these items will work well. From tier 3, I recommend to take Titan Silver, which gives stat resistance, or Paladin Sword, which gives good lifesteal, or Orb of Destruction. What about skill build? At level 1 we take Passive, so we will get more gold from Bounty Rune. Next, on lane we learn Acid Spray and Passive. Acid Spray we max firstly, because with it we can farm faster. At level 6 we take Ulti, it will help you farm forest faster and restore HP. At level 10 we take Talent for attack speed. With it, Alchemist will farm faster and will be able to get necessary items faster. Stun cooldown talent is useless, it works only with magical Alchemist, who very weak in this patch. At level 15 most often I take Talent for damage, cause Alchemist is already quite fat and he doesn't need extra HP. An exception if heroes with burst damage are playing against you, for example Sky Mage or PA, who can quickly kill you. At level 20 we take Talent on Cleave, it will help you farm faster and deal more damage in fights. As for the damage from Flask talent, now this talent is very weak, because stun will deal 400 extra damage only if it's fully charged, otherwise it will deal low damage. That's why this talent is very weak. At level 25, if you need additional survivability, then we take Regen talent. If you need mobility, then we take Move Speed talent. What about gameplay? Alchemist is quite weak on lane. If you play against strong mid laner, such as Monkey King or Shadow Fiend, then it will be difficult for us. Anyway, our purpose is to try last hit more creeps to get level 6 and power trace faster for more comfortable farm. On lane we use Acid Spray near to the creeps, so we will kill them faster and kick away enemy from creeps. After killing lane creeps, I advise you to stack small camp of creeps, which locate near to the mid lane. It stacks on 54 seconds. Later we will farm them and get a lot of gold thanks to passive. Also on lane don't spare money for healing selves and mangoes. When we get level 6 and go into the forest, our costs will still pay off. After getting level 6, I advise you to don't press ulti right away. As I said, thanks to ulti you can remove negative effects on lane. So for example, if you play against Invoker, wait until he will use Cold Snap on you, and only then press ulti. Now our gameplay is quite simple, we quickly farm lane with second spell and then hit forest camps. Our purpose now is getting fast radiance. Average radiance timing, if lane wasn't too difficult, is about 11 minutes. To farm quickly with Radiance, try to aggro several forest camps and stand next to them, so that Radiance burns all of them, so you can farm several forest camps at once very quickly. What about fights? In most cases, Alchemist should dodge fights until he has at least BKB, because during AFK farm, Alchemist gets about 1000 gold per minute, and if he spends time on fights, he will lose a lot of gold. Also, just with Radiance, Alchemist can do too little in a fight, so try to avoid them. An exception is if enemy pushing you and you see that all 9 players are in fight. In this case, you should help your allies. Ideally, try to avoid enemies until you farm main items BKB, Kiros and Basha. When you get these items, I advise you to press smoke with team and find enemies. In this moment of game, Alchemist is the strongest unit on map, cause his net force is much larger than other players. After fight, go hit Roshan. Acid spray decrease enemy armor, so you will kill him pretty quickly. Aegis is pretty useless on Alchemist, because he still can be killed in ultimate and BKB, so give it to your carry. Next, go push enemies. In fight, I don't advise you to start fight. It's better to wait until enemies press some spells, and only after that go into fight. It's advisable to finish game before 30 minutes, because in late, Alchemist is rather weak. His strength lies in the fact that he can quickly buy strong items and destroy enemies with it. But in late, when enemies already have some slots, Alchemist will not be so effective. If you do everything right, farm correctly and avoid early fights, then you will stable win games in 30 minutes, because most low MMR players don't understand how to counter Alchemist correctly. What about counterpicks? Alchemist is pretty weak on lane against strong liners like Arsa, Monkey King or Shadow Fiend. Against Monkey, I advise you to buy Boots of Speed as quickly as possible, so he'll not be able to fill charges on you. Against Fiend, buy sticks and buy more healing salves. Remember that your main purpose is to get level, and you will farm gold in forest later without any problems. Also, Alchemist is countered by Ancient Apparition. With his ulti, he doesn't allow us to heal in Chemical Rage. In fact, Apparition is not so scary. To counter him, it's enough to take good position in fight. Just wait until he uses ulti and only then go into fight. It's quite simple. To summarize, Alchemist is a hero who gets gold faster than anyone else in game. The essence of Alchemist is to quickly buy strong items and destroy enemies while they don't have any gold and level. The best tactic is to avoid early fights and try to farm necessary slots, such as Power Threads, Radiance, BKB, Kiras and Basha, and only then go on fight. On Alchemist it's not worth delaying game, because in late he becomes rather weak. Well, I think this information is enough to start winning on Alchemist. If you have any questions, you can ask them in comments. Also write on which hero you want to see next guide. If you want to support channel, you can like, subscribe to channel and write a comment. This will really help me. Thank you all for watching, see you!